Lewis Howard Latimer, written by Sean McCollum. Focus question: Who was Lewis Howard Latimer, and in what ways did he contribute to American society? History. Words to know: carbonize, convenience, discrimination, disputes, craftsman, efficient, innovators, mechanical, novelty, patent, technology. Tables content: lighting the way, 4. Freedom, 5. The drawing board, 7. Better light bulb, 9. Among pioneers, 12. The legacy of Lewis Latimer, 14. Glossary, 16. Lighting the way. Lewis Latimer was preparing a technical drawing in 1879 when he got his big break. A man with a bushy beard and mustache entered the machine shop in Britain, Connecticut. When Latimer was working, the visitor was Hiram Maxwell, chief engineer and inventor of U.S. electricity and lightning company. Maxim saw Latimer work despite to find highly skilled draftsmen. Maxim hired Latimer on the spot to make drawings of ideas and to serve as personal secretary. At the time, U.S. electric lighting was just a year old. In his new job, Latimer wasted no time learning everything he could about electric and lighting. He soon became one of the top experts in the field. Technology of electricity and light bulbs was improved quickly. In little more than 10 years, changing from being a novelty to better than everyday convenience. Latimer, a black American whose parents had escaped enslavement, played an important part in the technological revolution. Freedom. In 1842, Lewis' parents, George and Rebecca Latimer, risked life to flee slavery in Virginia. A young couple hood in a northbound ship while being pursued by those paid to track down people who escaped enslavement. During a constant danger, and they made it to freedom in Boston, Massachusetts. Even in Boston, you're not completely safe. Slavery was illegal in Massachusetts, but visiting a Virginia man recognized George. Friends helped hide Rebecca, but George was arrested and jailed. Seemed like he would take him back to Virginia. For his case attracted attention of abolitionists, people who strongly opposed to slavery, and organized to protest the help. More than 65,000 people signed a letter demanding protection for escapees from enslavement. A black minister finally paid $400 to the Virginia enslaver to secure George's freedom. Rebecca, though, was still at risk. Fears of getting caught returned to the life enslavement remained with the couple throughout the following years. Thanks to their parents' courage, their 4 Latimer children were born to freedom. Lewis was the youngest, born in Chelsea, Massachusetts in 1848. As a boy, he worked in his father's barbershop, helping hang wallpaper and went to school. Lewis was involved in the first shots of the Civil War in 1861 to 1865, File. To protect their system of slavery, the Confederate States in the South split the United States. Lewis' 2 older brothers joined the Union Army. In 1864, Lewis claimed to be the 18th, the legal age for enlisting, and joined the U.S. Navy. At age 16, he served as gunman on USS Massachusetts. The Civil War ended in 1865. The Confederacy was defeated, but an end to illegal slavery in the United States. Throughout his life, Lewis Latimer remained proud of his service and fight for freedom of black Americans. A drawing board. Latimer returned to Boston after the war. Took a job as office assistant with a patent law firm. Patent are often important steps in the invention process. Inventors register their plans on the U.S. Patent Office to prove that their inventions are a fact. Use and their ideas are original from improvement upon something that already exists. Patents allow inventors to earn money from their invention and block others from copying or stealing their ideas. Others can use their invention or must get permission or pay the right to do so. The work interested Latimer from the start. He taught himself necessary skill of mechanical drawing and was later promoted to position as firm head draftsman. 1807, before he patented his first invention. It was an improved toilet compartment for trains, though it was never built. Latimer hoped the end of the chattel slavery in the United States would lead to greater equality, opportunity for black Americans. However, they still faced prejudice and discrimination. Few white-controlled schools, organizations, or business treated them as equal. Black Americans were blocked from most professional and skilled jobs, especially if the job involved directly with white people. In light of these limits, Latimer's growing success is even more remarkable. In 1876, Latimer contributed patent of telephone. Alexander Graham Bell received the patent for his telegraph. College student who had difficult time hearing. Latimer had an idea for electronic device to help students hear better. He met with Bell to discuss the idea that sketch technical drawings. The drawings helped Bell get the patent for revolutionary technology. Many other inventors developed similar inventions and designs at the same time, but Bell was the first to secure a patent. In 1879, Latimer moved to Bridgeport, Connecticut, when hired by Hiram Maxim, the U.S. electric light. As new job, the young draftsman and inventor joined the effort to use clean electricity to build workable lighting system. Incandescent light bulb rely on both conductor and resistor. Conductor is a material that allows electricity to pass easily. Copper wire and water are examples of good conductors. In contrast, resistors are materials that slow the flow of electricity. Carbon is an example of resistor. Insulators are materials like rubber and glass, prevent any electric current from passing through. In incandescent lamps, conductors deliver electricity from power source to the bulbs. Filament. Filament is thin stream metal or other material made of resistor. Filament resists passage electricity through it so hot that it glows to produce light. Challenging in the late 1870s, developed filament that was both cheap and long-lasting. Famous inventor Thomas Edison had a team of people trying to solve the problem for years. Finally, in 1881, Latimer and his colleague Joseph Nichols developed their own independent light bulb. A year later, Latimer found a new way of making carbon filament more efficient than anything better. 10-line light bulbs. In 2002, British inventor Humphrey Davy produced arc lamp, which is powered by early form battery. In 1935, Scottish inventor James Bowman Lindsay demonstrated first constant electric light, early form independent light bulb. 1882, Thomas Edison was brought to distribute electricity into a central power source. In New York City, he established the first power utility company. 1904, carbon filaments are replaced with longer lasting and more efficient tungsten filaments. 1939, fluorescent lamps were introduced in the United States. They used much less electricity than standard lamp bulbs. 1962, the light emitting diode LED is invented, used much less power than early types of light bulb. 1985, compact fluorescent light CFL are introduced for a home market. Use 75% less energy lasts long time along in the cinema bulbs. 2008, energy saving LED bulbs become available for home use. 50% of energy and last longer than CFL bulbs. The legacy of Louis Latimer. Latimer never ceased to invent and create. In 1886, he received patent for an early form of air conditioning. He designed a safety elevator in 1994. Patent on locking track in 1996. Out-patent musician wrote poetry in plays. Author's belief in art and science were closely related through creativity. 2018, Latimer became the only black American named as founding members of Edison pioneers. There are no inventors and engineers. Others specialized being part of Edison team during early years. Pioneers electricity lighting in everyday reality for people from all walks of life. Along with many achievements, Latimer constantly stood up for racial equality. He volunteered his time and energy to help train young people with skin above job skills, including mechanical drawing. 1895, wrote a public letter sharing his hope for the future. I have faith in that the nation will respond to the plea for equality before the law, security under law, and opportunity, by through the maintenance of law to enjoy with our fellow citizens, races, and complexion guaranteeing us under Constitution. Louis Latimer died in Flushing, New York in 1928. His home is now in a museum dedicated to achieve the work of other black American innovators. In 2006, he was named a member of National Inventor in the Hall of Fame, in honor for the life work of making the world a better and brighter place.